Hello my dear student, welcome to the electrical measurement lab. Today we are going to perform Kelvin's double bridge practical. This is the kit on which we will perform the practical. I am opening the kit. This is the Kelvin double bridge kit on which we will perform the practical. Kelvin bridge method is used for measuring the low resistance, but before this, the resistance are classified into three types. Number one is the low resistance. The low resistance are the resistance whose value are below or 1 ohm. Number two is the medium resistance. Medium resistance are the resistance whose value are more than 1 ohm but below 100 k ohms. And third one is the high resistance. High resistance is the resistance whose value are above 100 k ohms. Different method used for the measurement of the low resistance are as follows. Number one, Kelvin double bridge method. Number two, potentiometer method. Number three, Doctor ohm meter method. Today we are going to perform Kelvin's double bridge method. This method means Kelvin bridge method is the modification of Wheatstone bridge. Kelvin double bridge. In this bridge consists of another set of ratio arms, hence called as the double bridge. This is the ratio arm B and this is the ratio arm A. In Wheatstone bridge we have seen the two ratio arm, this one and this one, means R2 and R1. But in Kelvin double bridge we are seeing another set of ratio arm, ratio B and A is the ratio arm. Show in this circuit diagram. With the help of this resistance, means resistance A and resistance B, the galvanometer is connected to the point 3. This is the galvanometer connected to the point 3. Then the galvanometer gives the null indication when the potential of the terminal 3 is same as the potential of terminal 4. Potential of terminal 3 is same as the potential of terminal 4. Therefore, E45 is equal to E513, this. But E45 is the potential across R2, and E513 is the potential across R3 and RB. Potential across R3 and RB, E513. Therefore, the ratio of the resistance A and B is same as the ratio of the resistance R1 and R2. Ratio of the resistance A and B means this and this is same as the ratio of the R1 and R2, means this one and this one. Since A upon B equal to R1 upon R2, therefore Rx is equal to R1 R3 divided by R2. This is the standard equation. But in our kit on which we will perform the practical, instead of R2, here is the P, we are given the name P. Instead of name R1, we are given the name Q, and instead of R3, we are given your name S, and for the unknown resistor, we have given the name Rx1, Rx2 and Rx3. Here we are having the three unknown resistor, and we will find the value of these three unknown resistance. And in addition to this, there is a galvanometer. We will connect here. Here is the test point of this galvanometer, and here is the switch on power supply. This is the power supply switch on, and this is the adjusting knob to vary this variable resistor S. So, for finding the Rx unknown resistor, our formula will become Rx equal to SP divided by Q. Okay? Means P means SP is divided by Q. We will do the connection as per the circuit diagram. We will connect unknown resistor Rx in the circuit at proper place by using the patch cord. This Rx we will connect into the circuit. First Rx1, second Rx2 and third Rx3. Second point is, now measure the supply voltage E using the DC voltmeter. Okay. Change the range selector switch for each of the resistance Rx1 to Rx3. By varying the pot S, make bridge balance. This is the pot. By this, with the help of this, we will make the bridge balance. Disconnect the supply and measure the value of pot S. We will measure the value of pot S here at this test point. Find the value of unknown resistor Rx using the formula Rx equal to SP by Q. Repeat the same procedure for the other value of Rx. Now we will start the connection. We will link your connection from where it is open. Now we will connect Rx1 to the circuit. And we will also close the link here at the point Q and B between. And one more thing, and we will close the circuit here. One more thing, we will connect the galvanometer to the circuit. Now our connection is over. Now we will switch on the kit with the toggle switch. You can see the galvanometer is showing the bridge is not balanced. Now we will balance the bridge with the help of this variable resistor S. We will bring it to the null position. Now the bridge is balanced. After the switch off of the kit, we will remove this patch cord and also this patch cord, and with the help of the digital multimeter, with the help of the digital multimeter, I will measure the variable resistor S. It is here showing 40 ohms. 40 ohms. Now I will connect Rx2, unknown resistance Rx2 to the circuit, and this standard resistor S again also to the circuit. And now I will switch on the supply. And now I will balance the bridge. You can see the bridge is balanced now. Now I will switch off the supply to the kit. I will remove this S resistance, standard from the circuit, and Rx2 from the circuit, and with the help of this digital multimeter, I will measure resistance S. So what reading is showing? It is showing 8 ohms. Okay, 8 ohms. Now again I will repeat the above procedure. I will connect now RX3 to the circuit, and again standard resistance S also to the circuit, and after that I will switch on the supply. After that I will adjust the pot to bring the circuit to the null position. Now circuit is at the null position. You can, the galvanometer is showing the 0. Then I will switch off the supply and I will remove all the patch cord S and R3, and again with the help of the DMM, the digital multimeter, I will measure the resistor S. Now how much it is showing? 138. It is showing 138 point something. Okay. We will note down all this reading in the observation table. We will also measure the unknown resistance R1 with the help of the DMM. R1 is 5 ohms. Similarly R2 is 1 ohm, 1.2, and R3 is 10 ohm. We will note this reading also in the observation table. We will note down all the reading in the observation table: value of the P, value of the Q, value of the standard resistor S, variable resistor, and we will find this unknown resistance, calculated value of unknown resistance Rx. So we are getting R1 is 4.86, R2 0.93, and R3 is 10.7. At the same time, we will write down here the measured value of all the resistor. The first one is 5.3, second one is 1.3, and third one is 10.4. So we can see the calculated value and the measured value or the observed value are approximately same in all the three cases. Hence the conclusion is that by using the Kelvin double bridge, the value of unknown resistance is found and the measured value and the calculated value is nearly same. Thank you very much.